Well, the question, well, what he said, the statement that the guy made, that I think it was John the Baptist that he made was, men are better at bet men do better relationships the best or something, or know relationships best. I want to hear AP take on that. Do you agree with that statement or not?
I think men fully understand their role in a relationship, and it's for that reason that we men are probably better at understanding relationships, because I believe that women. Oh man, I'm gonna see you put me on the spot. Um, I think that women don't fully understand or will accept what a man's role is. Thus, they think that they have to manage. Oh man, I'm saying this way wrong, but I think they think that they have to manage the relationship when the truth of the matter is we men fully understand our duty and our role and responsibility, and thus we expect you to stay in your role and responsibility, and you want to cross over and do all kinds of other shit that has nothing to do with you inside of that relationship, and y'all don't understand where you're going wrong, and we can tell you exactly where you're going wrong because we fully understand our duty. So yes, I believe men understand relationships better than women.
All right,
All right,
Pat. Go ahead,
Go ahead,
Pat.
Pat. Okay. This is my issue. My issue is that we have to step out of our roles because the men are not living up to their roles. So we're forced to do certain things that was never meant to be. So we have no choice because if we have men going to jail, we have men that refuse to work, we have men who cheat, we have men who go to work, and even if they're not cheating, they come home and they think they're supposed to just sit on the couch and that's it. When I have worked or we have worked just like they have. So we should share in some of this responsibility as far as household duties, as far as taking care of the children and so forth. And so the men, when they don't do what they're supposed to do, the roles, see, I don't like roles. That's the main thing. I believe that the man is the head. I do believe that, 'cause that's biblically speaking. But at the same time, if you're not acting, doing what the head should be doing, then that means I got to step in and do it. And that was never meant to be. So I think that that's where the problem lies. It's not that you guys understand relationships better. If you understood relationships better, then guess what? You would do your role so I could stay in my lane and I wouldn't have to come into your lane.
2 points I want to touch on. 2 points I want to touch on that you made. The number one thing is not doing the role according to your perspective. Which, if that's the case, then a closed mouth never gets fed. If you don't communicate it, a man won't adjust. The second part is we can't be held responsible for the men that women choose. I know that's the most, Shannon mistaken already know that's probably the most red pill thing I've ever said, but we're not responsible for the men that cheat. That's, you chose them. We're not responsible for the men that don't work. You chose them. All the men that most of us know, I'm talking about in our immediate circles, don't do those things. So we can't be responsible for your choice. Ladies,
What you
without treating better.
said, but I agree with that part of it. But what you said is that men understand relationships better. So if you understand relationship and you said men, you meant the whole gamut. You didn't mean just your small circle. So there was a generalization, men in general. I wasn't speaking to the men, the few that's doing what they're supposed to. I wasn't speaking to the few in your circle that are doing what they're supposed to. There are too many that are not doing what they're supposed to. And those are the ones that I'm speaking to. But yes, you are absolutely right. You made a decision to be in a relationship with a cheater. Maybe you didn't even know the person was a cheater, but once you found out, you could have left the relationship, and many women stick in the relationship knowing that this person is a cheater. And we do it for various reasons. A lot of it has to do with the fact that once you give yourself to a man, you seem, for some reason, we feel like, okay, I done did this. I don't want to keep on jumping from man to man to man. So I'm going to try to stay here and work on this particular relationship when you should just count your losses. Because if more than likely, a cheater is going to continue to cheat until he hooks up with the person who will not tolerate, or he wants bad enough that he know that he feels like, I don't want to lose this person, so I'm not going to do this. So I can't say that men are better at relationships, and I can't say that they're not. I'm kind of on the fence when it comes to who is best for relationship, but I will say this, that if you want to be better in the relationship as far as the men concerned, then you need to the roles need to be presented when you come into the relationship.
So, okay, so the men in this space, their main argument is that they're doing what they're supposed to do, but the women are chasing the man who, like, in my 20s, it was not realistic for me to have been faithful. So if a woman was trying to find a faithful man, she wouldn't have been trying to date me. You know what I'm saying? Like, to keep it real, it was obvious what was going to go on. So their argument is that women is finding the men that they want, that they may be attracted to, or through excitement, as opposed to the men who already just do all the things that you just listed the men should do. What would you say to that?
You know, the sad part about it is that a lot of women, myself included, we are attracted to our daddies. Whatever our daddy was. I love my daddy. My daddy was a cheater. So I had, for some reason, not even be known to me, happened to pick men who cheated when I'm in a relationship. The difference is I kicked them to the curb once I found out that they were cheaters, with the exception of the last one, because it was just all about the dollars. It was at the point where, just keeping it real, it was at the point where, you know what, we can just be housemates. Because I'm doing my thing, I can travel, I can do whatever I want to do. I don't care about the relationship. So you going over there, as long as these dollars stay at 36.28, I'm cool. You do you, because they ain't getting nothing but some hard.
Oh my God.
You know, because this is, I don't know how rated this is, but the point is that I don't care about that one thing that you giving below the belt, as long as you don't take the dollars out. So I came to that realization. I made a choice when I became a certain age that, you know what, I'm not going to be here anyway. I travel. I'm going to do me. So, and as long as you don't mess with my money and tell me I can't go, I don't care what happens. And that's my thing, right or wrong. That's just how I felt about it. And that's what I did. And you know I was gone all the time.
Yeah, you traveled.
And the thing,
to be clear, you wasn't going to date other men.
No. It was never about no other man. I never cheated. Yeah. He did.
No, but the way you worded it, people pick stuff up the wrong way.
Okay, no, I never cheated, not once. It didn't even come across my mind to do that. Yes.
You know what? I fuck with Auntie, bro. Like, that was probably some of the most real thing I've heard from women in this space. That, hey, rock with you, Aunt Pat. I really do.